Someone sneezes.
Someone can't get a signal.
Someone shares a secret.
Someone gets eaten by a lion.
Someone's not ready to talk.
Someone can't find their keys.
Someone is their brother's mother.
Someone hates irrational numbers.
Someone told the police.
Someone's getting messages from the traffic lights.
Someone's never felt like this before.
Please tell me.
No.
Please, because I'll never.
Don't ask.
I'll never tell. No matter what.
It's not you.
I'd die before I told.
It's not you telling even if
No.
It's you knowing it's too awful, I can't.
No, tell me.
No, stop.
If you don't, then there's a secret between us.
Please.
And if there's a secret, we're not close anymore. We can't ever.
But nobody knows everything about it.
But a big secret like this.
It's not such a big.
Then tell me.
No.
It's big because you won't tell me. Is it something you've...
Don't start guessing.
Or something you want to?
Please.
Or you've seen, or heard, or know, or...
Please.
If it's something you've done, is it a crime? Or a sin? Or just embarrassing because whichever?
No, I don't want you to know.
All right.
All right, I'll tell you.
You don't have to. Oh, yes, tell me because I'll never.
It's not that.
Tell me because I'll...
All right, I'm going to tell you.
No.
Yes.
No.
I warned you.
Oh, no.
Yes.
But that's...
Yes.
How could you?
I did.
Why do they need to know all this stuff?
Doing research and going to their policy, they're using it to help people.
They use it to sell us things that we don't want.
That's just the people who phone up. I don't answer their questions, I just say, no thank you. There's no need to swear at them.
Hello. Hello. Ah. Come on, boy. Come here. Come here, boy. Go. Come here. What have I got? Ooh. Go get it. Go get it. Come on. Come on. Stay. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, I love him so much.
I love him more than you. I'd jump out of a window. Eat fire cut off my hand. Eat dog shit. Kill my mother. Eat cat food.
Yuck.
Just to touch him.
Just to have him see me. Just for him to see me.
He was born at 2:10 in the morning, and I was born at 2:10.
How do you know?
Mum says 2:10. That's just after 10, so that's 2.
That's not two.
It is 2. Anyway, he was born on a Tuesday, and I was born on a Wednesday, and you were born on a Friday.
That's stupid. His favourite colour's blue, and his favourite food's chili.
His favourite animals are snakes. His favourite holiday is in Bermuda.
What's his favourite smell?
Roses.
You're making that up.
Well, what?
Oh, you tell me.
You don't know?
You tell me.
You don't know, do you? Oh, go on, tell me.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. You tell me.
You mean neither of us know? It's alright, we can find out. I know I used to know it.
No.
It's on here somewhere. Wait,
It's a chicken.
wait.
You can't find it.
I can't.
You're looking properly.
I can't find it.
You look.
See?
Wait.
You can't find it.
It's not there.
You can't find it. What are we gonna do? We have to know.
I won't be able to sleep.
What are we gonna do?
He's wearing me out. Take a break. Do you want to go in? I'll give him a cigarette. He's not ready to talk. I thought we got there yesterday. I thought we got there yesterday, but he's past that! He'll get to where he'll say anything. We're not paid extra for it to be true. I'll give him a cigarette. Whilst you have a cigarette. I'll tell him you'll be back. I was following the 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 I was following I was following the pack all swallowed in their coats with scars of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go. And Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries.
Sleep. Hot milk. I hate it now. Rock. I haven't got one I like.
Just lie there and breathe. My head's too full of stuff.
Are you asleep?
No? What? Can't you sleep?
Go on Facebook then.
Has anyone seen my keys? Excuse me, have you seen my keys?
What? No.
Have you seen my keys?
Sorry, why would I?
Have you seen my keys? These are my keys, mate. Excuse me, mate, have you seen my keys?
Why do you look like you were gone?
Excuse me, have you seen my keys?
No!
I need to be aggressive. Have you seen my keys?
Yes.
Oh, great, where are they?
No.
Bleeping lizards. Right, mate, have you seen my keys?
If you want my number, just ask.
No! Have you seen my keys? Have you seen my keys?
Salamatanga Hani, have a kebab.
What? Have you seen my keys?
Oh my god, it's you from the telly! No, it's not. Oh, that's what.
Have you seen my keys?
I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats.
To keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turn round and there you go. And Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.
Guys are twats. I don't suppose you've seen the keys? Of course you bloody haven't.
You don't seem to have a TV.
There used to be one, but it stopped working. The service is not good anyway.
It's alright. I've got my laptop.
You might have a signal problem there.
It's not that I need it. There's no phone signal, is there?
You'd have to go into town. Or I think someone said that if you walk about 2 miles up the road and head towards the cliffs, you have to stand on a certain rock, but you'd have to know it.
We can listen to the radio. Does it work?
I did warn you.
Hello.
It's quiet here.
I like quiet.
You could always cycle into town and get a paper.
It's alright.
I don't have time, you see.
Don't you sometimes want a weather forecast or something?
I want you to be happy here.
I am happy here.
You'll find you can feel it raining.
I don't know if I should tell you,
What?
but you're my friend more than she is.
What is it?
What do you think yourself? Is it better to know things or not to know things? Is it better just to leave things the way you think they are? The way they are really, because if someone tells you something, that might change everything, and do you want that? Do you think it's interfering, or is it what a friend ought to do?
You're going to have to tell me now, you know that.
But some people might say you shouldn't say anything because you might not want to hear anything against your best friend. But I do keep seeing them together. And last night I was having a drink with her after work and he just sort of turned up and after a while they left together. They hardly even bothered to come up with a story. I'm sorry, I just wondered. I shouldn't be putting ideas into your head because it might all be perfectly alright. I'm sorry, maybe I should have kept quiet. I told you now.
They're having an affair.
They are. You know that. You knew that.
I've known that quite a while.
How long?
3 years.
And you're okay with it?
Yes, it's all okay. Thanks, though.
While Mummy's out,
What?
I've something to tell you.
Okay.
So you need to look at me.
I'm listening.
I need to feel you're really paying attention.
I could pay attention and do other things. I'm not brain dead. I hear and see everything.
Will you listen?
I'm listening, fuck off. Is this going to take long?
Right. I'm just telling you. You might like to know that Mum is not your mother. I'm your mother. Mum is your nan. Okay. Did you listen to that?
Does Mum know you're telling me?
I just decided.
Are you going to tell her you told me?
I don't know. Do you think?
Why didn't she say something? She doesn't want me to know. Oh, she's going to go crazy.
It'll be okay.
It's not my fault. She can't blame me for knowing.
It'll be okay. I'll tell her I told you. It's my fault.
Wait. How old were you? 13. You were 13. 13.
Yes, that's why.
Better than not being born. Who's my dad then?
I never saw him again. He went to a different school. He was 12.
I don't feel like I'm a mum though. I don't have a sister. I don't like that. Do you want me to feel different about you or something?
I just didn't want it to be something I could never say.
I wish everything to go back the way it was.
You mean not tell Mum?
Do we have to?
But then you'd have something that you could never say.
I've got a stomachache.
I don't care if she goes crazy.
As long as it's you, she goes crazy at.
I can tell her to leave you alone. Because I'm your mum.
I don't think that works.
Doctor, one thing before you go. Can you tell me how long I've got?
There's not an exact answer to that.
I'd be grateful for anything. You can give me an idea.
Well, let me say 10% of people with this condition are still alive after 3 years.
That's helpful. Thank you. It's a message.
Killing people?
Yes. Because then they understand.
Killing yourself?
They understand what you're telling them.
But they don't do that, they just...
Because the deaths show how important it is.
I don't get it. They just say you're a terrorist.
And the terror is a message.
I don't get it. They just pass laws and lock people up.
If enough people did it. Because they don't really feel terror, do they? They don't live in terror. If they lived in terror, they'd be getting the message. Would you do it yourself?
I don't think I would, no.
Because you're scared.
I don't think that message is what I want to say.
You shouldn't fire people by email.
You can't come bursting in here and shouting.
I'm just saying it needs to be face to face.
I'm sorry, I do appreciate that I'm busy at the
I
moment.
need
if you
to be looked in the eye and for you to say that you're firing me.
Redundancy isn't.
Just say it. You're fired. Just say it. You can't say it, you're a coward.
Perhaps you could speak to my PA and make an appointment?
Is an irrational number real? It's real to me. But can you have an irrational number of oranges? Not as things stand, no. I'm not comfortable with the whole idea. There was a man in Greek times called Hippasus who found out about the diagonal of a square, and they drowned him because no one wanted to know about things like that.
Like what?
Numbers that relate to oranges and make you feel uncomfortable. I can see how they might want to do that.
Drown him?
Maybe he should have kept quiet about it if he knew they couldn't stand it.
Is that what you do?
Seemed like the right thing to do.
Well, we have to change who we are and go and live somewhere else.
I didn't.
And you'll be a protected witness. And all our life we'll be living in fear in a mobile home in a desert in America.
I didn't say who I was, I just made the phone call.
From your own phone.
Oh, of course not from my own phone, I'm not stupid.
Well, you are, but okay. From a public.
Yes, of course.
But near here, like in the high street.
No, I took a train.
You took a train? When?
Today, to make the phone call, I went to Brighton.
Why Brighton?
I don't know, it's somewhere you can quickly get to on a train.
So you weren't at work? You didn't go to work, you could have got the kids from school.
I was in Brighton.
I'd like to stay out in Brighton.
It wasn't a day out in Brighton. I simply made the phone call, had a cup of coffee and took the train back.
And what did you say?
I just said, this is the person you want in connection with. No, I won't give my name, thank you. Goodbye, that's all.
But if they know the call came from Brighton, they can find out who knew him, who went to Brighton.
They won't do that. They don't need to know who I am. They just...
And what if he finds out you went to Brighton?
He's not going to know what I did in Brighton, is he?
What if he's got a mate in the police? Who says, we got a tip it was you, it came from Brighton, and someone else says it's where you get on a train to go to Brighton.
How likely is that? Why would he have a mate in the police? Of course he doesn't have a mate in the police. Do I have a mate in the police? You're making things up again. That's not going to happen.
I don't see why you had to do it.
It wasn't very nice what he did, was it?
He's a friend of yours.
A friend of mine.
He's not now. He doesn't know he's not now. What if you see him? What if I see him?
What if he comes here and says the police are onto me? What am I going to do? Can you help me?
You're making things up again.
No, I'm not. That's what's going to happen.
How do you know I'm evil?
I've been told it.
Who by? Who by? So we went to war and I completely...
Yes. But how were they to know?
They didn't know. They knew. You already admit it wasn't true.
He said it to the Germans. And the CIA knew. But Bush and Blair didn't know. Didn't want to know. They had to rely
They wanted it to be true.
They thought it was true. Everyone thought.
Not everyone, no. Plenty of people. I didn't. I always knew it wasn't true.
You can't have known.
I knew it was just made up stuff.
And how did you know?
Oh, because of what America's like, what it wanted to do.
You wanted it to be made up stuff! You wanted it to be true!
Turns out I was right, didn't it?
You think you've just won an argument?
You know the traffic lights at the corner?
Yes.
The ones on the left as you go up from me. I'm getting signals.
Okay. What do they say?
I won't tell you. Why not? Because it's about you, it's what you're like, and you know that yourself, I'm not going to say it.
Do they tell you to hurt people?
Not people. You.
God told you to do it.
He did, yes.
How?
How do you mean, how?
Did you hear words?
It was the word of God.
No, I mean like
Did you hear actual words, you know, with your ears, like from outside of you?
They came into me.
The words.
What God said.
So you didn't exactly hear?
In my heart.
So how does that work then?
I was praying about it.
Praying in words?
Sometimes in words, sometimes just silently.
In your head?
If you like. My head, my heart.
So sometimes in words, and other times...
Sometimes just being in a state where I was praying about it.
I don't know what state that is.
Well, we'll have to take it from me. There is such a state.
Okay, so there you are, praying.
Praying and not knowing. Seeking guidance. Open to guidance. From
No.
God.
Okay!
And he told me what to do.
What's his voice like?
Firm. Kind.
He speaks English.
What sort of question is that?
I don't know. Does he speak RP or have a regional accent? I'm trying to work out what you heard.
It wasn't hearing like I hear you. But it was hearing.
And he definitely said do it.
God said, do it.
In words.
In words and inside me.
In your heart.
Right through my whole being.
In your toes.
Yes, in my toes. Will you stop now?
But you do realise, if you take your medication, that wouldn't happen.
That's why I stopped. It's making it hard to get the information.
Once upon a time, there was a child who didn't know what fear was, and he wanted to find out. So his friend said,
Cold shiver down your back.
It's more in your head.
Sometimes your hands. No, not your hands. Yes, your hands tingle.
In your belly. You shit yourself.
It's in your stomach.
Your skin creeps.
You can't breathe.
and the child said,
I don't know what you mean.
So they took him to a big, dark, empty house. Everyone said it was haunted. They said,
no one's ever been able to stay here till morning.
You won't stay till midnight.
You won't last an hour.
And the child said,
Why? What's going to happen?
And they said,
You'll know what we mean about being frightened.
So he said,
Good. That's what I want to know.
So in the morning, his friends came back, and there was the child sitting in the dusty room. And they said,
You're still here?
What happened?
And the child said,
There were things walking about. Dead things. Some of them didn't have heads and a monster with glowing...
And his friend said,
Didn't you run away?
And the child said,
There were weird noises like screams and like music, but not music.
And his friend said,
What did you feel?
And the child said,
It came right up to me and put out its hand.
And they said,
The hair's on your stomach, your back, your neck, your leg. Weren't you frightened?
And the child said,
No, it's no good. I didn't feel anything. I still don't know what fear is.
And on the way home, he met a lion. And the lion ate him.
Has anyone seen me keys?
You do know you're ill.
Yes, I've been told that. One moment. It takes the light 2.8 billion years to get here. So we're looking at 2.8 million years ago. Might not have even been there by then. Could have died. So, who's going to have seen it?
What did you do that for?
I thought
What do you think's going to happen to you?
it seemed like the right thing to do.
There might not even be people by then.
Well, we have to change who we are and go and live somewhere else.
Didn't.
The sun is only 8 minutes.
And you'll be a protected witness. And all our life will be living in fear in a mobile home in a desert in America.
In the morning, let's wait 8 minutes and see if it's still there.
We will now have an 8-minute intermission.
That gets me every time.
Oh, look! It's me! Oh, just a tiny girl in her pink. And now she's my god, you should see.
boyfriend.
Have you met him? He's the most.
Yes, and there's that woman. Never knew who she was. And then she's in the video, but who invited?
Well, she's just one of those people that goes to strangers' weddings, isn't she?
She's talking to...
You know,
Who's
free
that?
food.
Oh, who's that? It's your uncle.
Oh, look at his dresses. I mean,
It's not even a dream. Oh, it shows you its history.
Well, it's nice to have the video so we can keep for like future generations. Yeah. It's a shame we don't have our grandparents' video though.
No, all Gregory.
Yeah. Or videos of everyone who ever lived, you know, things like
Henry VIII.
Jesus walking on the moon. On the water. No, the water.
further back than that, like I don't know, like caves, Neanderthals, things like that.
Dinosaurs! Who would be working the camera?
Oh,
I respect you.
No, we know.
You know what? No.
Well, because, well, I wouldn't remember anything about that day that's not on the video. No, I can't, like, not clearly.
I can remember putting the ring. No.
No, I can't picture the ring.
Someone was sick.
Oh, yeah.
Why would they film that?
Oh, look, it's a speech. To listen to Dad's speech.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so...
What did you have for lunch on October the 3rd, 1998?
Chicken soup and a salad. I was at home. I had the chicken soup in a blue bowl. The salad had lettuce, tomatoes and chicory, but no onion because I didn't want my breath to smell of onion when I went to the movies with them. The movie was at 2:15.
What was the movie?
Godzilla!
And what happened in it?
You want the whole thing? Shot by shot.
Can you do that?
Let's not do that.
Okay, Godzilla. There's a lizard that gets irradiated by a nuclear explosion. And it so becomes a monster. And it goes to New York, and the American military drops a bomb on it.
That's the one.
What did you do afterwards?
I went to my brother's and we had poached eggs on toast. I had 2 cups of tea in the red mug with the chip in it.
What was the weather like?
Rain in the morning. It cleared up.
this morning?
June the 6th, 2004.
I'm glad we've done it. Just to see.
So am I.
After all these years.
Because it was very important. At the time, it's been very important.
It has for me too. All these years.
So-
Very important.
So never to see each other again would have been
It would have been impossible.
Really sad, anyway.
Do you remember the Italian restaurant?
no. Yeah. No, the one on the corner.
With the bushes outside.
No, I'm getting it mixed up with
I can
present.
see the waiter now.
No, I can't get the waiter.
The waiter with the moustache. He always smiled so much every time he came in.
I used to have spaghetti carbonara. And you had Van Gogh.
I don't remember eating, no. I was probably too busy looking at you.
Really loved you then.
I loved you.
I always remember you in that field.
Why was that again? Was
I have
that?
this really clear picture of you running ahead of me. Running for the bus, probably.
Do you remember the hotel? We took a room at a hotel for a couple of hours. There was green wallpaper and we stood there kissing.
I remember the first time.
No, that's got overlaid by all the other times. I remember once, by a river, we were practically on a public footpath.
I remember the kitchen. Your friend's kitchen.
Which friend?
I never knew any of your friends' names.
Is it Chris or Terry?
I don't know. Do you remember the kitchen?
What if I knew which friends it was? Did we do it in a kitchen?
Behind the door. There was soup on the cooker.
I remember us just looking at each other.
That time in the street where we just stopped.
I was thinking more about the time where you were sat at the edge of my bed.
Was that early on or near the end?
Near the end, I think. Do you know the time I mean?
I sometimes walk past the coffee shop.
Which one?
The one where we kept trying to say goodbye.
I think I've got it that day out.
We were really happy then.
It was sad. We used to cry.
Did we?
I did tell you.
You didn't.
I did. I said Wednesday we're going
But
to
you
dinner with-
didn't.
I remember because you said.
Alright, I must have forgotten. Sorry.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
This is Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Here's the piano. You can sit and play if you like.
I've never played the piano.
You sit here.
Hello. This is Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
can see. I'll keep seeing it. I can't stop seeing it.
I'll shake and stop it for you.
It's short of smashing in my skull.
They say time. You may be able to forget, even if it's a long time.
Once it's in there, once you know that stuff.
Sento nel cuore certo dolore che la mia pace turbando va nel cuore sento nel cuore certo dolore che la mia pace turbando va. Splendi una pace che la mia gente se non è amore, amor sarà, amor sarà.
How many languages do you know?
To speak fluently?
Or just a bit?
Well, of course, some languages I only know a few words, but others...
Take a table. Something like a table. How many languages can you...
Table, table, trapezi, stol, mesa, mezza, tarang, tabuka.
That's so fantastic. Tabuka, mezza. They all mean table.
Yes, they all mean the same thing as each other.
Table.
Table means the same thing.
They all mean table.
Or they all mean mezza.
Or if you mean Chinese.
Or in fact Swahili.
I can't help feeling it actually is a table.
Don't want to spend an evening with them again.
You like them. You like her.
He keeps making his point about mathematics not corresponding with reality, because it's just a system our brains developed as we evolved in the world, and we've had that, whereas maths is really true.
Yes.
So, if an equation wouldn't work without there being an infinite number of universes, there really must be an infinite number of universes.
That sort of thing.
We do only have our senses, don't we, to perceive with, and maybe there's all sorts of things we haven't evolved to perceive. Like an earthworm can't know about flying, or a bird can't know about computers. Don't let's have this conversation.
Why not go and see them and keep them off the topic? We can argue about politics.
Because he won't keep off the topic. He likes trying to make me angry because he fancies you. And no one understands what we're talking about, and the evening's ruined, we all get drunk, and I feel like shit in the morning and can't work.
Are you saying you never want to see them again?
He says maths is consistent with itself. It doesn't mean anything.
What does it mean then?
Alright, we'll go and see them.
She fancies you.
information from two sets of genes so that you can create offspring that's not identical to you. Otherwise, you keep getting the same thing over and over again, like Hydra or starfish. So, sex essentially is information.
You don't think about this when we're doing it, do you?
Doesn't hurt to know. Both information and love.
God gives your life meaning. You said that.
Yes, sir.
So, without God, there'll be no meaning to your existence. And so, does God have a higher God to give his life existence? And that God a higher God, and that God?
No, of course not.
No, of course not. No. Yeah. It's just, you might find it all a bit meaningless. I'm surprised he's not depressed.
I don't think he means if he minds it means anything or not. I don't think he thinks about it.
Then why do you think about it?
I'm not God, am I?
I don't mind not meaning anything. Does that make me God?
No. Oh.
It thinks you really annoying! Come on!
It's just a rash.
But why? Why a rash?
There's all kinds of like detergents and animals and stuff in the air. Should we have her tested?
She's trying to tell us something.
Oh, come on.
Well, she's trying not to tell us something.
Did you get the new cream?
It used to just be pain.
The memories of what happened to you when you were a child
And the things I wasn't letting myself remember, of course.
the things you...
Yes, and now...
So the analysis has stopped it hurting?
Not so much stopped.
As what? Changed it into...
Transformed it.
Into what, though?
It has meaning.
Because you see where it comes from?
Partly that.
And you see how it's affected the way you are?
Partly that.
And partly what?
It just has meaning now.
Well, what does it mean?
It doesn't mean something.
Then
There
what-
isn't exactly another thing that it means.
Now, what do you mean when you say it has meaning now?
Spoil it! You completely spoil everything, you always do.
Oh, that must be painful for you. Won't take that to your analyst and have it turn into meaning.
Keys, about that big. It's got a little Lego figure on it. Keys. Throw them down with a knife. Mine looks. Have you seen my keys? Have you seen my keys? You're not my keys, okay? Have you seen Makita? That's all right, come on.
I know I'm rugby, so I'll just chuck.
You have to say you're sorry.
I'm not sorry.
But you know you hurt him, so you have to say it.
I don't feel sorry.
But you have to say it!
Page 42.
Page 42.
The sentence beginning on the 21st of May.
Yes, I got it.
I'm afraid that's going to have to go.
Why is that?
The Ministry of Defence considers it a breach of security.
But it's not classified information.
That is nevertheless their view.
Have you got a lot of these?
About 30.
Let's hear the next one. I'm frightened.
Just walk instead of driving and don't take so many hot baths.
I'm frightened for the children. There were those emails, those scientists. I can't remember the detail.
Didn't make any difference in the end.
No, you're probably right. All the scientists agree it's going to be a catastrophe. The question is, how big of a catastrophe?
By the time they drown, or starve, or get killed in the fights for water.
I'd choose drowning. Are you really not going to take this seriously?
I don't know how to.
I don't know how to.
Have you seen the earthquake? There's this building, my God, you think things are solid, but they just break.
Yeah, I saw it.
Imagine being in it. Imagine you're lying on your back and there's this wall a few inches above your face, and you can't sit up even an inch because if you do, the whole thing might come down on you. And you're trying to breathe, but you can't breathe deeply enough because very soon there's going to be no more oxygen. And if you're in pain, if you're injured while all that's going on, and where are your family? Are they dead or in agony? And will anyone come to get you out? And how many hours or days? I'm just so upset by it.
I wouldn't want to be in it, obviously. I mean, poor them, of course. But do know about it.
You're not upset, though.
Can't say I feel it now. You really feel it?
I cried. Of course I feel it. I cried.
Okay.
And imagine the wave coming. Imagine hearing it coming and running away, but you can't get away. It came so fast. Did you see how fast it came?
Yes, I saw it.
Oh, you don't care, though.
That black wave with the cars in it was awesome.
Come on, kids, clear up. Your dad's coming home. Both of you.
Come on.
But I am your wife.
You look like my wife.
That's because I am. Look, even that little birthmark behind my ear. Look.
Yes. I see it.
It's me, darling sweet. It's me. I'm here.
No. She's gone. They've all gone.
Who's gone?
Everyone I know. Everyone who loved me.
No! I love you!
I don't want you to love me. I don't know you.
There are things only we know, aren't there? That day on the beach. With the shells. You remember that?
Yes, of course.
And cabbages. Why is cabbages a funny word? We're the only ones who share cabbages as a joke because of what happens with the cabbages. Cabbages is a joke. Yes?
Cabbages was a joke I shared with my wife. I miss my wife.
But I am! Let me touch you. If you'd see what it feels like to touch me. If we made love, you'd know it was me because there are things that we like to do and no one else would know that. If I was a stranger pretending to be her, I wouldn't know those things. You'd feel you were back with me. You would.
You disgust me! You frighten me! What are you?
Can't you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous. I'm falling. There's no escape. I can't wait. I need a hit, baby. Give me it. You're dangerous. I'm loving it too hard, can't come down. Losing my head, spinning round and round, round and round. Feel me now. The taste of your lips, I'm on the line. You're toxic and I'm slipping under. Taste poison, paradise, addicted to you. You know, the toxic. It's getting late to keep.
I've written down all the reasons to leave the country and all the reasons to stay.
What are you going to do about it?
There's things on both sides.
Well, how do you feel about it?
No, I'm trying to make a rational decision based on facts.
Do you want me to decide for you?
Based on what the facts don't add up.
I'd rather you stayed. Does that help?
What is it?
Well, pain is pain. It's just.
If I pinch...
Ah! Get off! But if I pinch you, nothing.
Nothing at all. The stop, I get bruises.
How come you don't?
I never did. When I was a baby.
You were born like?
Yes. I used to chew my fingers.
You mean chew?
They'd get bandages put over them. Or I'd chew them to the bone because... Well, you know how babies put everything in their mouth? Well, I'd put myself in my mouth because I didn't know any different.
And if you fell down?
I threw myself down.
Because it didn't hurt?
Jumped down a whole flight of stairs once. Well, because it was the quick way.
And you were all right?
I broke both my legs. And once, I went swimming, and there was rocks under the water. And when I came out, my legs were pouring with blood because I hadn't fell.
So, you can't feel anything?
Emotions? I feel feelings.
But physical?
Not pain, no.
And why not?
There's no signal going to my brain.
From your legs?
From anywhere. To say, there's damage, it's hurting.
So, you never know what hurting is?
So tell me, what's it like?
Hurting is, well, it's pain. It's like uncomfortable, but more, it's an intense sensation. It's something you want to move away from, but you can't. It's
But
very...
why would you mind that?
Because it hurts. But, no, sometimes pain's all right. Like if your gum's sore and you keep poking it with your tongue. Or you might cut your finger and you hardly notice it. Yes, if you're doing something exciting, soldiers can lose a leg and not even know it.
That's like me!
Yes, but they know it afterwards. And bad pain.
Yes, but why? What is it?
If someone's tortured, if they're given electric shocks, it's unbearable. Or sometimes, if they've got cancer, they want to die. Because my uncle...
Yes, but I still don't know what it is about pain.
It's just pain!
What is it?
You've been unhappy.
Yes.
If someone you love doesn't love you, you thought they loved you and they don't.
Yes.
Or you've done something you wish you hadn't done, and you've hurt someone and it's too late and you can't do anything to put it right.
Yes.
Does that help?
So, it's like being unhappy, but in your leg.
Yes, but it's also just what it is. Like red is red and blue is blue.
But red isn't red. It's waves and it's red to us.
So there you are. That's what it's like. Can I pinch you again?
Girl waits at the door of the house on the mountain.
What it literally says is mountain girl door.
So maybe a girl arrives at the mountain, a girl climbs the mountain and waits at the door.
To get the girl, you have to go through a door into a mountain.
The mountain is only a door the girl can open.
The girl is as big as a mountain and can't get through the door. What's the next line?
God. Look at that flower. Thank you so much. Have you ever seen such a red? Red is bullfights and blood. And seeing red is anger. But red is joy. Red is celebration.
Yes, I like it.
In China, red is lucky. How lucky are we to have red flowers?
Shall I get a vase?
In China, white is death, and here black is death, but goes to white, of course. So a chessboard is death against death. Blood is death, of course, but it's lifeblood, isn't it? Flowers, so astounding.
Yes.
It means so much to me that you gave me this flower. Red is so significant, don't you think? It means stop, and of course it means go, because it's a colour of energy, and cars have people who are like excited to have red. Well, I'd like to have a red. I'll buy a red car this afternoon and we can go for a drive through the whole country, don't you think? We can go to Scotland. We can go to John O'Groats. Did he eat a lot of porridge, do you think? We can start at Land's End, or Land's Beginning. But we won't. We'll start from here. Here. Here is the place we always start from. And there's a lot of traffic, as everyone knows. And there's a lot of cars. But our car won't be one too many. You'll be quite safe. And we'll make sure the traffic's all flowing smoothly in every direction. Because everything goes in every possible direction. So we'll find a vase for the flowers.
Are you sleeping?
I wake up early, but that's okay in the summer.
Me too.
Enough. Don't fuss.
I've never had someone die.
I'm sorry, I have nothing to say. Nothing seems very interesting.
It must have meant everything to you.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm just saying, you've got no choice.
I have.
You have, of course. You feel as if you have.
I have got a choice.
You've got a choice, but you've no choice about what that choice is, because you'll make whichever choice.
Whichever choice I want.
Whichever choice you want, but you always want what you want because you have to want what.
I don't have to want.
You do, because of what you're like. That's what your like means. It's your genes and everything that's happened to you, about everything else that's happening, just makes your, and all that stuff just makes your brain be like that.
Like what?
Like it is.
What's it like?
I don't know, of course, nobody knows. But if someone could have all that information, they'd know exactly what you were going to.
They don't know.
Crying about it now.
I'm not.
I knew you would.
There's random particles.
If you think you're like a random particle.
No, but.
If you think you're a random particle just fizzing.
But you can't even predict where.
You think all free will is a random particle, and there's nothing very noble.
I didn't say noble.
Then what is free will? It's not what you're like.
Nobody can have all that information.
No, of course not.
So, that's all right then.
I think it's fine. But it does change how you feel, don't you think?
I
feel a bit funny.
Yes, you feel as if you're hurtling.
Hurtling through my life.
Like you're on the front seat of a roller coaster.
But I still think I'm choosing.
Yes, of course.
But I feel like I'm on the front seat of a roller coaster. Whee!
1, 3 is 8, 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 5. He's got a special stone.
Is that what he's holding?
Yes, he's always got it in
I know he's always holding.
Never put it down.
He's always got it.
I saw it once.
How?
Made him open his.
Should we get it?
I think he needs it.
Yes, shall we get it?
Go and get it then.
It's over there.
Will you know which one?
You can get another one.
Might want that one.
Shall we get him one?
Here, have a stone.
Have another stone.
Have a stone.
What are you looking at?
A snail.
Right. Right.
I don't care what you say.
No, but listen.
Look, I've never felt like this.
It's not the point what you feel.
It's the only point, you know.
She doesn't...
What?
She doesn't exist.
Oh, she exists. She still exists.
Oh, fine, she exists, but so does your shoe or a
Are
can
you
of...
saying that she's no more different than a shoe?
She's got no more feelings than...
What do you know about it?
She's a thing! She's a thing!
Look, I appreciate your concern.
Look!
But she's beautiful, intelligent. Oh, she understands me.
She doesn't understand you.
She listens to me. She likes my poetry.
Doesn't understand any.
She reads my mind. She's sensitive.
She's virtual.
So?
So she can't.
Look,